6 months later, I'm still cheering the fact that we got Boba Fett in The Mandalorian. He is a character that some believed had been killed in Return of the Jedi. However, those fans have been proven wrong. Just as in Legends, Boba Fett has returned with a vengeance. At the end of The Mandalorian Season 2, we saw Boba Fett part ways from most of Din Djarin and his cohorts. That would indicate his story will branch off in The Mandalorian is once again about Mando. And now, his dilemma with the Darksaber, and Boba Fett is gone from the series. That statement couldn't be more wrong. But how will they tie the shows together? And how could they possibly tie The Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, and the Ahsoka series? Well, I have some theories. Today, on Star Wars Fanatic. If you're new to my channel, go on and hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date on all my Star Wars theories, discussions, and live streams. You'll be glad you did. At the end of The Mandalorian Chapter 16, we see Boba Fett return to Tatooine. In true Boba Fett fashion, he kills all of Jabba the Hutt's old henchmen, frees Bib Fortuna's slave, and takes the throne of Jabba's palace, all with the help of his sidekick, Fennec Shand, the sniper he saved in the Tatooine desert after a bottom feeder bounty hunter shot her and left her for dead. Then, the words, "The Book of Boba Fett, coming December 2021, popped up on the screen. Oh boy! Yeah, I literally said that when I saw it. Just a month earlier, it was announced that Ahsoka Tano was also getting a live-action series, after she appeared in The Mandalorian Season 2. It was the first, oh boy, moment for me. Other shows were announced at the same time, including The Mandalorian Season 3, but that isn't all. The 3 series were also noted as tying into a greater story, with The Mandalorian being the center. We thought this meant 4 series: The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Rangers of the New Republic, and The Book of Boba Fett. However, the Rangers of the New Republic has since been shelved. But wait, there's actually more. That's right, after Season 2 of The Mandalorian finished and The Book of Boba Fett began pre-production, we also got a new series called The Bad Batch, a story about 5 misfit clones making their way through the galaxy after they resisted Order 66. So far, it's a great show. As if that wasn't enough, Lucasfilm announced another new comic series, War of the Bounty Hunters. This comic intertwines with the main Star Wars comic, the latest Darth Vader comic, Dr. Aphra, and the Bounty Hunter comic series. And guess what? It's about Boba Fett. That's right, it picks up after he has Han Solo in his cargo hold after The Empire Strikes Back, and Lucasfilm has stated that everything is going to tie together nicely. That means the main Star Wars comic, Darth Vader, Dr. Aphra, Bounty Hunters, and War of the Bounty Hunters are going to tie into The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and the Book of Boba Fett. It is a great time to not only be a Star Wars fan, but a fan of Mandalorians and Boba Fett. But guess what else? It's also rumored that the Cassian Andor series and Lando Calrissian series and the Kenobi series could tie in as well. I'm still trying to, loosely tie those 3 in. But how are they going to tie in all the others together? Well, as I said before, I have theories, and they all revolve around Mandalorians. Not just Din Djarin, but all Mandalorians. The one connecting piece to all the comics is Boba Fett. The one connecting piece to the 3 series, The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and the Book of Boba Fett, is Din Djarin, a Mandalorian. That's not to mention that Bo-Katan has had dealings with Boba Fett, Din Djarin, and Ahsoka Tano. But it isn't as simple as that. They all aren't going to be in the same part of the galaxy just because they have met or fought together. So, let's begin this theory where we left Bo-Katan and Din Djarin. Bo-Katan was hot for the Darksaber, which Moff Gideon possessed. Instead, Din Djarin won it from the Imperial in single combat. But what was Bo-Katan prior to being a Night Owl? She was Deathwatch. And how did Boba Fett's father, Jango Fett, become a loner from the Mandalorian Society? By Deathwatch tricking Jedi into killing his faction. I know this is a stretch, but I theorize that Bo-Katan may try the same tactic against Din Djarin with the help of Ahsoka Tano. Din Djarin had a short fight with Ahsoka. He knows how powerful she is and that he has no chance of beating her. He will turn to Boba Fett for help. Ahsoka probably won't take the bait though, but Din Djarin won't know that at first. He will only be concerned that a Jedi who beat him is after him now. Ahsoka is much wiser than that. She will instruct Bo-Katan that Bo-Katan needs to accept the new Mandalorian leader. In the meantime, Boba Fett will be finding it harder to obtain his criminal empire with the Hutts after him. He will need the help of Din Djarin, a sort of quid pro quo. But on his side, by now, will also be Cobb Vanth and Migs Mayfeld. Boba Fett won't be able to hold on to his palace without others to help fight off the incoming waves of slugs and their henchmen. Okay, that's the short story of my theory. Let's start at the beginning. Boba Fett will be settling into his new empire. However, it is just him and Fennec Shand. He then tries to recruit Cobb Vanth, but Vanth, being a lawman, insists on ridding the planet of these criminal elements. Boba then promises to help Cobb Vanth with that if he stands by him against the Hutts. Boba then recruits Migs Mayfeld, a man he knows can handle himself in a fight, and is now on the run from everyone. He offers Mayfeld shelter and protection for his services. But this isn't enough. The four of them cannot possibly hold back the entire Hutt cartel. Enter Din Djarin. Boba sees he has the Darksaber and asks why he brings this trouble to his neck of the desert. Din needs explanation of what the Darksaber is and its history. Who better than the son of Jango Fett and the grandson to Jaster Mareel, both of which knew the Darksaber all too well from their fights with Deathwatch. Jango passed down the knowledge to Boba, and now Din needs that knowledge to understand what he's up against. Boba knows it only brings death to those who intend to do good for the Mandalorian people, and that it has no place in Din's hands. But he strikes a bargain with Din that he will help him as long as Din helps him against the Hutts. Din and Boba, being men of honor, agree and uphold their ends of the bargain. On the other side, Bo-Katan and her Night Owls, Koska Reeves and Axe Woves, are prepared to do anything to ensure Bo-Katan is the rightful owner of the Darksaber. Bo-Katan enlists Ahsoka Tano by telling her that Din Djarin double-crossed her as soon as he had the chance and took the Darksaber for himself. Ahsoka agrees to investigate the matter. This is different from Jedi of the past who went in lightsabers drawn against Jango Fett and the true Mandalorians. However, Bo-Katan feels that once Ahsoka sees Din Djarin with the Darksaber, she will surely side with her. Bo-Katan, also being a Mandalorian, operates on a certain code, albeit a different code than that of Din Djarin and Boba Fett, as we saw with her deal, which she altered with Din Djarin when they met. But Ahsoka has another problem. She's looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn and Ezra. So, Bo-Katan agrees to help Ahsoka find Grand Admiral Thrawn and defeat him in exchange for her services against Mando and his partner, Boba Fett. Something seems strange to Ahsoka, though. She is wiser than most Jedi before her, with the exception of maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi and Master Yoda. She investigates for herself and discovers that Din Djarin has no want nor need for the Darksaber, and he had offered it to Bo-Katan, but she refused it. Ahsoka agrees to meet with Din Djarin and Boba Fett as a sort of summit with Bo-Katan. In the midst of it, the Hutts attack, and all in attendance are forced to defend themselves against the Hutts. Ahsoka then sees the true nature of Din Djarin, and Bo-Katan realizes that Mandalorians are weak when separate. Okay, so that's my partial theory. I have more bits of it, such as the longevity of Clan Fett through his daughter, Aelin Vel, and eventually his granddaughter, Mirta Gev. I also believe Boba Fett will live out his legend story as the Mandalore, or leader of the Mandalorian people. But I have made videos on that before. I'll link them in the description and at the end of this video. So what do you think? Do you have other theories? If so, let me know in the comments below. Mine could be wrong, and I'm okay with that. Part of the fun of making theories is to understand that the writers won't always go in a predictable way. I think this is pretty solid, but I am prepared if it isn't how it will turn out. Also, check it out. Channel memberships are live, and for just a little extra a month, you can help support this channel and ensure its success for many years to come. All you have to do is click the join button below, or click the link in the description. And if you're new to the channel, go on and hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to stay up to date on all my Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and general Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, join me for a live stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for some Star Wars talk. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video to show your love for what I do here, and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.